All right. Hello. Welcome. Thank you so much for showing up today. Type a note in the chat. Say hello if you happen to be on live. And if you're watching the replay, I ask you to please just type in a note. Let me know in the comments that you're here. I'm excited to have an opportunity to share with you today and to kind of take you on a little brief musical journey, so to speak. So, I'm definitely very excited to have this opportunity to connect with you today. So, I love this aspect. I've been talking about this recently about healing. Today, we want to talk about how it is that we can heal our lives because we all get to experience with disharmony in one facet or another of our experience, whether it be our physical health, whether it be our relationships, whether it be our prosperity or lack thereof. And those are probably the three big areas. And then, of course, we have the challenges that can arise when pursuing our careers or fulfilling our purpose in life, or even our spirituality, our connection to the divine, however it is that we define that, or just having a sense of happiness, joy, and fulfillment in our life. Many times we can experience these reoccurring negative issues, problems in these different facets of our lives that get in the way of us really, living life to the highest level of which we know we are capable of living. So today I wanted to address one of the main areas where people get stuck. And what I have found in almost 20 years in doing this work is that people get stuck in allowing themselves to process their emotional energy. We all love happiness, bliss, joy, ecstasy. All those are the good, quote, yummy, good things in life, right? But very often in our human experience, we get to also feel the sadness, feel the anger, feel the fear that arises as we traverse through this thing called the human experience. And so, quite often, we have all become masters to one degree or another of not allowing ourselves to feel the stuff that doesn't, quote, feel good. And even the terminology that we utilize brings in judgment. Good feelings, bad feelings. High vibes, low vibes, negative energy. You can see how we've attached this different meaning to these things in our lives. What would open up for all of us if we were able to look at those downturns in our own energy as just being lower density energy? It just feels heavier. Just, quote, doesn't feel optimal. But rather than fight it, curse it, deny it, get on and start doing this through Instagram or binge watching the latest Netflix series or going having multiple bowls of ice cream. Or one of my favorite things was always crunchy things. Oh, I got these feelings that are rising up. I need to go eat some crunchy things because somehow, some way, they help me to not feel those feelings. Nothing could be more detrimental to our health, our well-being, than when we internalize and don't allow ourselves to process through those lower density emotional frequencies. And my mother always used to tell me, son, you sweep enough crap underneath the carpet, and eventually that carpet's going to burst somewhere. Whether it be in your physical health and well being, whether it be in your relationship, whether it be in your prosperity blocks, or whatever facet of your life in which you express yourself. So, life does offer this amazing feedback vehicle that gives us the ability to see where it is that we're out of tune, to see where we're holding on to old disruptive energy, old limiting beliefs, old perceptions about life that really aren't in alignment with the truth of who and what we are. So, when we look at this aspect of healing, of making disharmonious harmonious in our lives, let's not attach any more meaning than that. If you're experiencing physical challenge, knee pain, or whatever, that's disharmony. But we've all been blessed with this ability to make the disharmonious harmonious. Your natural state is one of harmony, of being in an harmonious state. Now, that being said, why do we struggle so much? Well, a lot of it has to do with what occurred in our early years in life, the thoughts, the beliefs, the perceptions that limit us in our expression. And those thoughts, those beliefs, those perceptions outpicture on the movie screen of our life experience. They outpicture as the disharmonious experiences in our life or in our physical health. So one of the ways that we can begin to move through those things is rather than fight, rather than resist, rather than curse ourselves or life or whatever. There's a whole potpourri of things that we can blame for our circumstances in life, but bottom line, we have to bring it back within ourselves and realize that that's where our point of power is. And if we look at the challenges in our life, always there's going to be emotional frequencies or energy associated with those experiences. So let's say you have a health challenge that brings up fear, that brings up worry, that brings up anger, whatever it might be, rather than not allowing yourself to feel those things, to actually leverage those circumstances, allow yourself to feel that energy and utilize the power of your intention to move it out and to feel it, to literally breathe it out. So literally in life, the process of mastering your energy is like learning how to breathe energy. We exhale what no longer serves us. We breathe in what gives us life and energy. How long could you go through life not exhaling? Not long at all. And so we want to learn how to exhale and let go of what's no longer serving us in our healing journey. So take a look at your life right now. What's the biggest challenge? What's the biggest obstacle? What's the biggest disharmony you are experiencing? Take a look at it right now and notice it. How does it make you feel? What's the emotional state that you feel when you are focused upon that disharmony in your life? Like I said, it could be sadness, it could be anger, it could be fear, it could be a number of different what I call frequencies or states of being. So for the sake of this process that we're going to do, I want you to take a look and observe, and I'll give you some prompts as we go through this. I want you to allow yourself to identify the feelings associated with that challenge. And then most importantly, set the intention to let it go. Just set the intention. You know what? I'm letting go of this fear. You know what? I'm letting go of this anxiety I feel about this thing happening in my body or in my life. And allow yourself to feel it, breathe it out, let it go. And by doing so, you can begin to learn and discover and master the process of breathing out what's no longer serving you. Breathing out and letting go energetically of the limiting thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions that are outpicturing as the disharmony in your own experience. So with that being said, let's just take some nice deep breaths. I'm all about breathing. There's a reason why breathing is the cornerstone of meditation. There's a reason why breathing is the cornerstone of yoga. There's a reason why everybody in this world, on this journey, doesn't matter the color of your skin, your political affiliation, your sexual orientation, we all breathe. And isn't it interesting that the secret to mastering life, we do it all every day. The perfect analogy of it. Letting go what doesn't serve us. Carbon dioxide, right? Breathing in what gives us life. And out of that, we can change our resonance, change our broadcast, and begin to mirror back different experiences in our health, in our relationships, in our prosperity, in all of the facets of your life. So with that being said, let's take some nice deep breaths, breathing deeply. This is a little musical mantra to help you to release. Breathing deeply. Bringing your attention to that disharmony. Allowing yourself to feel. Breathe it out, let it go. So much can open up for us if we just allow ourselves to feel. Deep breath. Let it go. Take another deep breath. See those feelings that don't feel good. They're just energy. And you've been blessed with this ability to command energy through your power of intention. So take a deep breath. And let it go. Deep inhale, open mouth, let it go. I've been using this analogy over the years. Nobody yells at the negative terminal of a battery. Good old AA battery, we put it in our devices all the time, right? Nobody says, damn you, battery, you should all be positive terminal all the time. I mean, we don't even put the negative sign on the battery anymore, just the positive one, because that's the quote, good one. You are going to have tides and ebbs. The very nature of the game board of planet Earth is polarities: high tide, low tide, new moon, full moon, winter, spring, summer, fall. The very act of vibration is the act of high, low, bliss, ecstasy, joy, happiness, sadness, fear, anger. We move through the polarities. When we let go of our attachment and the stories that we have around the stuff that, quote, doesn't feel good, we open up to the possibility of letting go and releasing all of the energy that's tied into the old traumas, the old limiting beliefs that we picked up over the course of our childhood, growing up from experiences, from school, the media, wherever we pick them up. There's a whole potpourri of sources for us to limit ourselves. But we begin to release and dissipate the energy from those beliefs that are reverberating within our own energetic field, that are the cause of the outpicture of the disharmony in our own lives. Yes, does it require courage? Absolutely. Does it require dedication? Most definitely. Does it always feel good? Nope, not always. But take it on. You just might be surprised at what opens up for you. So if you have not by chance hit that subscribe button, please do hit the subscribe button. Love to remain connected with you. I'm going to be delivering more consistent content to help you through really the three phases of life: to heal yourself, to expand your consciousness and awareness, and to really tap into your ability to compose the life of your dreams and become a more powerful catalyst for positive change, not only in your own life, but in the planet that we live in. Also, if you haven't downloaded a free track of high vibration music, I'll put a link in the comments. You can go to markromeromusic.com/heal, gift, markromeromusic.com/gift, and download your free track of high vibe music, 5 minutes a day, to support you in restoring harmony to your body, your mind, your spirit. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. And I see some names that have popped up. I see, that's it, man. I need some glasses. Let me see. I see Cade. Hi, Cade. Hopefully this thing, I see a wheel spinning, so hopefully we're still broadcasting. We'll see what happens. Good to see you, Phil. Thank you so much for being here. If you're catching the replay, make sure you leave a comment, ask questions. I will respond back to you. Take care.